Hey guys, so as a continuation of what I was saying in the last video is I haven't seen that lady. By the way, the one who did that spell work on my right arm, she married my mother's brother, one of them. If we're gonna blame anyone, it was my mom who made them get together. Because my mom's brother was suicidal with his first ex-wife, okay? She left him, it's a long story. So my mom knew this woman was a problem maker and she brought her into the family, and she hates my mother. I remember when I was 20 years old, actually just before my father died, my father was coming, he was behind me and she saw me and she's like, oh, I hate your parents. God knows what the hell she used to talk about me. I hate your family. Oh, they don't even give a shit about you. Oh, your family is so weird, talking shit. This woman did a lot of evil to my mom's family. I'm not going to justify it, but she's also not very smart because she always claims, oh, I'm smart, I know what I'm doing, I'm a mafia, I was part of a mafia and all this shit against all my uncles and stuff because she does witchcraft on them. But she's very unaware that she hasn't seen me in 12 years. Prior to that, I hadn't seen her probably another 5 years or 3 years, and me coming across her is such a fluke. It was only like 2 minutes. She's always been extremely jealous of me, and this time I'm not bringing her down. It's a group of fucking experienced spellcasters who are gonna knock the fucking shit out of her in the fucking face and in the throat and in the mouth. Forget your hands, sweetheart. It's gonna be your entire fucking body and your energy field and every ancestry that's ever lived through you. So the moral of the story is only I can talk about my family. It's my family. It's not her family anymore. Yet she's changed her name from Marnet to Mariam. Her original name was Mariam. She wanted to be appear European, so she changed it to Marnet or Marinet. And she still has her ex-husband, which is my uncle, last name Hotoyan. So she's taken my mom's name. My mom's name is also Mariam Hotoyan. And she does spell work for her daughter so that her daughter can marry a millionaire, because everybody knew her daughter to be ugly personality, ugly physical, just like her. So they do witchcraft in order to attain love for finances, just like she's doing now. And look at the chance, because I moved to Armenia, she moved to Armenia too. So like I said, it's not going to be me to take you down, honey. It's going to be a huge... And you are not going to recover from this one. You're getting old. You're like 60, 70 years old. Your body weight, your body mass can't handle it. You smoke like a fucking chimney. You're going down. And you're never going to get up. Ever again, because I'm watching you. One more thing. This lady, her and her daughter, everything that they were doing that was wrong, they were energetically transferring it to me so that I pay off their dirty deeds. And they take my spiritual energetic benefit because my intentions are pure. Okay? And they know my intentions are pure and their hearts are black. They only care about this. That's it. Where they see this and they pretend to be clean Christians like the usual. Hence why I attract so much of this shit. And one more thing about this. This lady and her daughter have traveled all around the world because we have family all around the world. Okay? A lot of them have money. A lot of them have estates. And that's who she's very drawn to. She's drawn to them. And to those people, forget about the fact that she's done witchcraft on them and such to keep their attraction, to keep them to her so that she's loved and taken care of rather than me and my mother. Because me and my mother were quite popular when we were younger in a sense of liked, loved. And she hated it when they would always compliment me and say, oh, Talat is so beautiful. Oh, her spirit is so beautiful. She hated it. All she wanted to do was destroy it. Each time she would travel to aunts, uncles, cousins, and their estates, she would bash us, talk shit. Oh, they hurt my feelings. They did this, they did that, they did this, they did that. Do you know what they did to me? Do you know what she did to me? And this is still the same person that would talk shit for many years, that she hated Tashnaq Tsagans, that she hated people from the Agum community, Lebanese and Syrian Armenians. She hates them, whatever, so on and so forth. And then she joined out of nowhere after the death of her ex-husband, which was my uncle, and my mom was everybody was getting sick. My mom had a stroke. My oldest uncle had throat injuries and he was gonna die. My other uncle died. My youngest uncle was having his other issues, let alone, forget about that, my father died, everything happened, and she disappeared for a while. All of a sudden, she's cooking and she's part of the community at Agump with Tashnaqs. And she was single for a while, which was weird because she needs a man. She's the type of woman that needs a man. She's not independent. She can't do anything on her own. She needs a man. Everybody knows her to always... Okay, so this is taking up a lot of my video. I want this out because 90% of the world knows this about her. Okay, they know she's a troublemaker. They know she's destroyed this family. But they shouldn't be putting up with it, and I'm not putting up with it because I'm expressing it. And the biggest form of energy breaker... or, you know, disempowering what she does is expressing it and telling it the world, because they do know this. And when she joined this Armenian community and started cooking and volunteering, she made a bet because she's a gambler. Like, you would see her, everybody would see her, like, gambling her money away, stealing money from businesses. She's a scam artist. That's what she does for a living. She would even scam money years ago, like, you know, sending money, getting money, collecting money from Armenians and sending it to Armenian orphans, like, decades ago. I would just like for you to know that her ancestry are like Gypsy, Romani mixed with Armenian and Greek, because she has all these, like, she's not full Armenian, and she's born and raised in Turkey, so she's a Turkish Armenian by birth. So, and she would say, yeah, she started joining the AYF communities and volunteering there, cooking with all the women and stuff. And she had her eyes set on this one guy who is not very interested in dating women, and he lost his wife, if I'm not mistaken. And she made a bet with all the women, and they said, there's no way he would want to be with you. And she's like, I will make it happen. I will make this man love me and want to be with me. So she made a bet with them. They all put money on the table. And obviously she made a ritual, because everybody was calling my mom and saying, this was years back, how the fuck did she get this guy? Because this guy wouldn't like a woman like her, or any woman. To me, I said, the man bought an apartment in Yerevan. He has connections in Yerevan and all the villages in Armenia. Well, not all, but some villages. And they have a summer house in Yerevan. So she found out I moved to Armenia. And that's when she did that spell work, because she was spying on me. And she figured out what I was doing, because she got scared and threatened that I'm going to be success again, and threatened her reputation. And guess what, bitch? That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm exposing you when everyone already knows these facts and truths right on my channel. And you're going down permanently this time. Permanently this time. And like I said, not 1 inch of the energy that's being sent out to you is going to be directed from me, because I ain't fucking doing anything. It's multiple other practitioners that are going to be doing it. And I'm talking about masters. I'm the healer and the destroyer of this family. Not you. You are not my blood. You are not our blood. Fuck every inch of your fucking intent. Yeah, I don't think she's going to make it alive this time. And guess what? I don't even care. And you can guarantee no one else is going to give a fuck. And they're going to say, serves her right. What goes around comes around, doesn't it? Go to the washroom, take a nice shower, clean your thoughts, wash your hands. Because all those Mother Mary and Jesus posts that you post and claim that you're a believer of God. Even I don't even claim I'm a believer of God, honey. Have some dignity. Have some dignity. Everyone knows the truth. Everyone. So actually, there's one more thing I would actually like to add. as to perhaps what triggered her even more 3 years ago when she did this spell work on my right hand. One of my cousins contacted me. Actually, several of them did 3 years ago when I had my cultural organization going on. And I was, for those of you who do remember, on my old Instagram and Facebook, I had ancient photos of my ancestors who fled from Sassoon, Marash, Mush regions. There was also photos of my parents. There was also photos of my great-grandfather, my grandfather in the Syrian army. In the back of the photo of my great-grandfather saying, first name, last name, the stamping of Sassoon heritage, fleeing the genocide and going to Syria. Let's put this on mute. And sharing the story of my family and how we got to where we are today. And lots of photos of my father, which I lost. Obviously, I don't have anymore. And my cousin contacted me, and they were really interested in regards to, because I had posted some postings stating how we as a family on mother's side have property in a house. We still have property in Anatolia. So whether it's in the regions of Diyarbakir or Mush, we have numerous properties in our other side of the family because of Kharzo, my great-grandfather. That was his nickname. The Kurds had given him that nickname because he was a freedom fighter. As well as on my mother's side, Lucine's mother's side. And when he escaped the Ottoman prison, he had a paper, because back then the Turks would write in Arabic. So this was proof that we have property, and because the government was Ottoman government and he had a Turkish government, he kept it in the family. And my uncle Varuj, Mariam's, not my mother Mariam, the witch Mariam. Sorry, correction, I meant to say Sassoon, Mush, Diyarbakir. Those three regions in particular, and Marash, we have property. But that paper in particular, in Arabic, it was written his home in Sassoon. Property, land mass in Sassoon. Okay? My uncle Varush kept it. The one Mariam, kept it. Because when he died, none of the uncles got it. Okay? And she travels to Turkey all the fucking time, or she was at least for a good 20 years, even after they divorced. So there was this war going on between my uncles, and nobody wanted to give the paper. Because in California, there were Armenians who were reclaiming, and they won millions of dollars of their property worth, whether they sold it or kept it, and that's what my family was willing to do. So I had informed my cousin. So 3 years ago, when her and her sister contacted me, and they wanted to be part of a documentary with me, and my cousins from California, who are into this finances stuff too, and who have a legacy that they're creating under the Hoyan name, we were all reacquainting again, and we were planning on doing something. So that is probably when my cousin Natalie contacted her, or anything of that. It could be, but since then, none of them are looking for me again. And when I went on one of my cousin's profile, I seen Marnet kissing their ass recently. So it's very clear to me, because when I was getting back into meditation and clearing things out of my DNA, each time I kept getting a vision and a feeling coming from her that she did this to me again. Creating all this negativity, blocks. So none of that drama matters in regards to her contact to them. I don't care. But she's talked shit about everyone, and everybody knows she talks shit about everyone. And I changed because I came out of the shower and I changed. So, and to confirm that it was her doing it to me, the spell work, I can say a handful of practitioners who remove jinxes and create jinxes other than myself, in a sense of protection, not because we're jealous like she is. all confirmed that it was her because they drew a sketch and it's her. So this lady has it out to get for my entire family, and some of my cousins, and they're not able to perceive that she's using them and that she doesn't want them to take this property and earn this property. Do you understand what I'm saying? Look, she even took my mother's name, Mariam Hotoyan. Mariam was also the wife of Kharzo Hotoyan, who was the Fedai from Sasun, who on a horse escaped to Syria, Haleb, with 300 Armenian survivors who had ripped skin, who were raped and naked, babies, children, everything you could think of. So, the moral of the story is, if you are going through something very similar like this, you'll feel it. You'll see the vision. Trust that. Trust that weary feeling. Energy doesn't lie, people do. Energy doesn't lie, people do. Until this day, they still play the victim. Oh, Talib didn't show up. Oh, this, that. The way I look at it is they're not able to contact me. They're not able to contact me because they're not able to face me, because everything I say is facts. Otherwise, I don't open my mouth, man. I don't talk shit about people. I speak the goddamn truth. I speak the goddamn truth about myself, even. And they know it. So when they have a problem with me, when they create a mess, they blame other people. And so that's why they can't face me. Because I say, if you have an issue, if you want to work something out, come to me. But they don't want to. They want to talk shit. Because they want to make the dumb ones believe everything is true. But in the end, it will come out as it is coming out right now. As above, so below, and so it is. I love when I tell people, you have a problem, come contact me. You have an issue, come contact me. I don't have a problem with anyone. I don't have an issue with anyone. I don't avoid them. But yet, they love playing the victim and blaming me for things that I don't do. But sometimes, when this gets prolonged and I react, then I'm the evil one. At the end of the day, like I said, we can't control outer circumstances, but we can do what we can for ourselves, and let this be a lesson to every single one of us, because every single one of us has a family and ancestry and lots of drama and chaos, and people love this. It is what it is. All of us have that in our family. Okay? And I'm done with it. I'm done with it. I am absolutely done with it. I'm done. It is sealed as I am done. I'm done. No more. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to receive it. I will allow the universe to deal with it, as it shall be done, as to what you deserve.